Hello and welcome, everyone. That's right. We just saw a brand new, beautiful transition. Little leaves fall from the sky, and that transitions us to the next scene. So, I had a 3-day weekend. Can anyone tell?
Good.
And I spent a large chunk of it working on the show, including the new overlay. And as you notice below me, there is the stats of the characters. Well, right now, two of the 4 players. I have all of their stats in blocks right below me, and they will transition through the episode. So they're there. Will I keep it there when things need to be updated? Anyways, while I fix my camera and stuff like that, anyone have any announcements? Caitlin?
I mean, I always do.
No.
It's been a freaking week. It's been a freaking week, y'all. North Minneapolis Mutual Aid. We're raising money for groceries and rent relief for the folks in my area. I have a link. I do, because I sent it to Jake. Yes, I'm so good at links. If you feel like sharing or contributing at all, I know this seems scary. It's a Venmo link, but I can vouch for the fact that this is my neighborhood. These are my people, and we are doing some kind of scrambling work, as I've been saying, trying to fight mass evictions. Sometimes successful, sometimes not. In kind of deeply upsetting news, one of our neighbors, the family chose to self-deport recently, and so we've been, we put together funds to get them suitcases, and I heard that the kids got new shoes and some stuff like that, which was really cool. So it's been a difficult, it continues to be some difficult months, but yeah, it's been heavy up here. So if you are able to contribute or know someone who may be able to contribute, I would appreciate passing along our Venmo. It's North MPLSMA. MA stands for Mutual Aid. We appreciate it a ton. I didn't stream yesterday because I spent the night on the farm. So I'll stream again eventually.
Well, again, because you were at the farm, I have to ask, is the silo still up?
It's still up.
Okay, that's the only look.
I know.
The barn cats and the silo is the only things I care about.
we hang out with good barn cat time. We had chicken, feta, and Velcro, who is like less interested in hanging out, but she'll like still be nearby because she's obsessed with Samson, who's the dog. She doesn't care for people, but she will follow Samson anywhere. It's the cutest thing in the world. And then there's a stray that showed up recently, who my mom named Snickerdoodle, who we've seen a couple of times. Snickerdoodle has like the shape of that cat's face makes me understand why cat eye glasses are called cat eye glasses. That cat looks like winged eyeliner kind of face. So cute. Yeah, that's the farm update.
Sam, you got anything? Any new science?
Nope. Catch next episode tomorrow at 8 a.m.
Ooh, any hints about what you're going to talk about?
No.
No. Oh no. Just flat out no. There's science that will be had.
There will be science.
You don't get nothing.
Science?
There might be science. Science will always exist. It's whether or not people use it, that's a completely different story.
I guess I always think of science as like the action, the behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Like there is an existing literature, but like reading that isn't doing science. Reading about science. No?
When I mean is there'll always be science, meaning that someone will always be doing an experiment or something like that. Like the thing about science is that it's not just furthering the overall knowledge. Science to me is also furthering your own personal knowledge when coming to learning about stuff, right? Like there is the action of reading other people's science, but like recreating and doing stuff yourself, if you have the capabilities, is also really important. So I feel like science like is important, and like everyone will be like it's always going to exist. Sam's like, I disagree with everything you just said.
Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed my PSA on the importance of science, brought to you by Jake.
Science, whatever.
We just got Jake to say cool things about the importance of engaging in the scientific endeavor as an amateur, which is like my raison d'etre. So, like, what more could I ask for? I think, you know, I did that on purpose.
Well, I'm glad that you got me to say your tagline. Next time I'll say it with the vigor as I did the announcement last week. You know, my voiceover announcement last week. As all of you know, Drac is not with us currently. Drac is fighting the demons that are known as internet service providers, and so we hope Drac defeats the dragon, but you know, it's very, very possible that we won't be seeing them this afternoon. So you know, and Eliza usually joins us a little bit late. So if not, it's gonna be a very interesting, because we left off in a very, very interesting moment last week.
Eliza will join us at the perfect time, as always.
Oh, always.
Yeah.
So I don't know if any of you read ahead, but I do have another question of the day. And this is it has caveats to it. Okay. So if you had a day off and you did not need to actually rest, aka it's not just a 2-day weekend after working all week, you don't have any sort of responsibilities, you don't need to recharge your social or physical batteries, what would you be doing? And vice versa, your character. For me personally, I would probably play video games and paint miniatures. I have a very limited amount of time of video game time now as a father, and even less time to paint. And I love painting miniatures, and it's very difficult to paint miniatures when a little kid is going, "Day, what you doing?" and then just like grabs everything and tries to like experience it. And I'm like, I want you. I will say, I have found these speed paint markers, so I think I'm able to like sit with him as he is drawing, because he likes drawing. And so like sit with him while I use paint markers. So I'm gonna experiment with that. We'll see how well that goes. And then for my GMing, if I had nothing and I was just gonna be focusing on my GMing stuff, I would update my Obsidian, because I had built an Obsidian that had like timelines and calendars and maps that you could click on that would lead to events that happen there and information. I would do that. I would just do that all day, like that, like, because one, I enjoy doing it, and two, it's so helpful if you actually do it, like, and you're like running a game and you're just like, what's that town like? Click, pop up all of the information that you've written about it, and not having to scrounge through notes. Oh, it's so good. Anyways, anyone have any answers yet for theirs?
I think I'm biased right now because I just got to go to a baseball game yesterday. It was the home opener this weekend for the Minnesota Twins. We suck, and I love them regardless. But I would go, if I could, I would spend all day. I would spend my entire day at like a day-long baseball game. I just love going to a baseball game. It made me so happy. I've gone to a baseball game since last year. And so I was watching baseball, Twins versus Detroit, like before I came on this call. So I am in baseball mode, and I'm so delighted. I would probably just like go to a ballpark and be at baseball all day.
That sounds great. I mean, I used to watch baseball. I used to play baseball for a long time, and then I watched a little bit of it. I can't watch it on TV. It's like the most boring thing in the world. I just can't do it. But going to a game, I love going to a game. I love the atmosphere everyone brings and cheering and stuff like that. The only negative is my local team is the Los Angeles Dodgers, which means I am priced the fuck out.
Too. Yeah. Jake, if I send you a photo, can you put it on screen?
Yeah.
See?
My friends and I have been talking about like convincing our companies that we work for to buy tickets so that we can go. not for any like work purposes, but just I would love to go and I haven't been able to go. It's so expensive.
Yeah. Having a mid team is really good for being able to go to a baseball game.
What about your character?
Oh, she would spend all day scavenging a ship. Like where we are right now is like her ideal scenario. Is like if there was no danger involved in it, she would just spend all day like, well, they would just want to be scavenging, like unlimited ship.
Unlimited ship. All right. What about you, Sam?
Realistically, I would probably end up with one of those days where I was doing some little scripting project and I was like, I'm going to put this down after 2 or 3 hours and then go about the rest of my nice relaxing day, because apparently for the first time in my adult life, I don't need excessive amounts of rest. And so I should really utilize that to just do some wacky shit. But like, I'm gonna have the thing where fixing the bug in the code makes the brain dopamine go burr, and then it's 11 p.m.
The pup chasers agree.
Mm-hmm. They're like, it's 11 p.m. Also, the image is way too big.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. I'm working on getting this giant image that Caitlin sent me.
Didn't know it was gonna be huge. I copied and pasted it out of my photos.
So yes. There you go. There you go.
On screen.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am a ballpark baby. I grew up at ballparks. This is my dad. He played town ball when I grew up, and so this is me as tiny baby with my dad on the field. Actually, I think this is the field we usually played on, but I actually don't really remember. But he played for a couple different town teams when I was younger. They're his hometown, and then the town near where I grew up also. And I love baseball a lot. And I come by it honestly. We went to the baseball game yesterday. It was me, my immediate family. So me, my parents, both my sisters' boyfriends, my grandparents, and 3 family friends. All had seats together in this like big area. And my dad and my grandma are huge baseball fans. And so my sister would lean over to me and ask me a question. I've been following baseball like intensely for like past 3 seasons, past 3 years. And so I could answer some of her questions. So it'd be funny. So she'd come to me and I'd answer, or she'd come to me and say, like, I'd be like, I don't know. And I'd lean forward and be like, between my dad and my grandma, and be like, okay, so why is that? And then they'd turn around and tell us. It was like a baseball enjoyer's like heaven. It was so good. Anyways, I think that photo is my favorite in existence. And whenever I talk about baseball, I want people to see my ballpark baby photo.
Ballpark baby photo. I don't know why it's not quite alliteration. Ballpark baby.
Ballpark baby.
Yeah, it's close.
A ballpark baby.
I love it.
That's ballpark baby.
Ballpark baby.
Sam, what about your character? Other than you staying up until 11 p.m.
Yeah, I wish, like you said, video games, mini paintings, and I would love to get my brain to do the thing where I play the video game. I really want to finish the DLC for Cyberpunk 2077, but also I'm reading a really good book. Anyway, I think maybe Ark might like to try swimming.
Interesting.
I don't know how that works.
I mean, it's not like you're going to electrocute yourself, you know?
Probably.
I wonder how that works.
Exactly.
Like, okay, so I have gone through extensive training about battery safety for my day job. And the key portion of that is because sometimes batteries do these things called explosions, right?
I've heard of those.
Yeah. So one of the things that we had, like when at a previous place in which I worked, is that when we were working on a specific manufacturer's gear and we were dealing with possibly bad batteries, we had to have troughs of water. Not because we were going to dump the water on the thing. It was so that we would drop the burning battery into the water.
Wait, isn't there still a thing with lithium in water?
So what it will continue to burn and it will continue to go and like do its thing. But the thing is that the water will get rid of the oxygen, right? And so it will still like bubble up and it will still keep creating, but it gives you enough time that it won't burn your hands or burn your that you can physically move it out and it won't spread. Those are the key things about putting it in the water. It's either that or a sand pit. You have to do it in one of those two things, but it's a lot easier to get a burning battery into the bottom of a water jug than it is to get it into the bottom of a sand pit, because you gotta dig a hole and put it there and then cover, so.
And you need a sand pit.
Yeah.
Generally. I mean, as long as it's kind of in the sandbox in general, I have to assume its ability to cause further harm is substantially mitigated. Even if it's not like buried,
The key thing is they can spark. And so that's why I preferred water versus the sand pit, is because you would still have to bury it because the sparks would still happen. Like, yes, the immediate area isn't there, but you would have to have a sand pit large enough for whatever potential sparks wouldn't land on anything else. Ideally, you're not working on it near other flammable objects, which we were not, but still it's a scary thing, especially since you have to evacuate if it happens because of the horrible chemicals that are like filling the air.
So what I'm hearing is we don't put Ark in a sand pit.
Well, if Ark is in a sand pit, nothing will happen unless Ark goes off, but I think it might create some glass.
Oh, that really cool glass. Those are really cool glass pieces. I've seen those.
Or have you seen the people that have done the really super, anyone, do not do this. It is not worth it. It is potentially taking your life. But have you seen anyone that's done the Ark wood art?
No.
Yeah.
Yes, I have seen.
I'm about to have like parental feelings towards some content creator of a disapproving nature, aren't I?
It is very pretty, but it is not worth it is not worth your life, and it is so dangerous, and there's really not a safe way for the average person to make it or do it without spending a ton of money. It's just not worth it.
So why are we doing the endangerment then? Why is this something we're just doing now?
Because someone showed it and said, look how easy it is. All I got to do is I got to take this microwave power supply and attach it to these two nails, and it creates an electrical thing, and you can't predict the art. And they did it, and it was beautiful. It was great. And they're like, it's so simple. And then people started doing that. And then people died because electricity does not care.
Solitary fight. Yeah, there's plenty of things in this world that are easy to do. Not wearing a seatbelt in a motor vehicle is incredibly easy to do. And nonetheless, you click it, Buster. Like, just because it's easy to play with, don't. This is your public Sam announcement.
we got
Follow up by Ferocia.
we got a science statement from Jake and a public Sam announcement. So I think we can just, I think we're ready to start the episode. What do you think?
There was one question in chat that I did see.
Oh yeah.
That was somebody asked if the farm was the same farm as, I think they mean Power Play. Benny's farm on Power Play was based off of my childhood farm. Not identical. There's some stuff in there that we talked specifically about different like workshops and stuff for the moms, but
the house got messed up a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but the house and the farm and the essence, the vibes of it are based off of my childhood farm.
If you would like a treat, you go back to the episodes of Costa Vega where Caitlin did an ad for supporting the channel.
Yes, that's right.
with one of your cats. I cannot remember which cat
Probably
it was.
Chicken. Chicken. He always wanted to be in everybody's business. I was on the farm. I think I was house sitting for like a couple of weeks maybe, but I just was like, you're like, oh yeah, you could do these. I think some of maybe were more scripted, and I was just like stream of consciousnessing on the back porch with one of the cats.
And it was like not a heavy snow, but there was a little bit of snow. Yeah.
Just outside, like just talking, and afterwards I was like, oh, I should see if the audio in this is okay. It's like fine, but I was like, it was windy, like I'm outdoors. Yeah, go watch those. Go hang out with Chicken. It's probably Chicken.
Oh, Chicken.
Is Chicken orange?
Yeah.
Then it was Chicken.
Chicken.
I mean,
oh man.
This could be just my brain, but I think it was an orange. It was an orange cat.
Yeah, it's probably. Yeah, Chicken. He likes to be involved. Yeah, he is about to be 12 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, this year. And Samson, the big fluffy dog, is about to be, or just turned 16. Yeah, a couple old mans on the farm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That is a youth.
Yeah,
okay.
He's recently started new hobbies, which include climbing into boxes and climbing into stuff we had no idea he could physically get. He can't get into the car without help anymore, but he climbed up onto and into the herb box. We have like a garden box that's like 3 feet off the ground. My dad sent us a video, like slowly zooming in on him, like taking in like a cozy little nap in like the herb garden, going, how did he get up there? No idea. He was hanging up there with a cat. They were just taking a nap. Yeah, he's become a fan of climbing up and into things.
Does he fits?
Yeah.
He fits and he sits, indeed.
No.
I got a pleasure today. One of my one of my coworkers brought in their dog, and it is a spitting image of Barney except for smaller. And it was like a little puppy therapy. It was really, really nice to be able to, because I haven't really there's a big dog that comes by my house every once in a while that I like make sure I give extra loves, but it's different when it's a small dog, it's just like, oh, you're shaking just by existing. Like, all right. I think with that, I will hit this button and hopefully everything works and that I don't break anything. a very familiar captain leaning up against, well, I shouldn't say leaning over the edge, tied to a chair, only being held on by the strength of a necklace. On the end, a hand holding it. The woman that we met last episode stands there holding the necklace. The captain, only in his skivvies, gagged and tied to the chair. She looks at him, the rest of the crew behind her. She goes, "Now, here's the thing. What was it? Carl? I can't leave you on my ship. No, I can't. Because here's the thing. If I leave you on my ship, you're definitely going to try to create a mutiny. If I put you in the brig, then you're just going to be an extra mouth I have to feed. And so I'm left in this really tough predicament because I'll be honest, I'm not a killer. I'm a lover, not a fighter, you know? But I don't really know what to do. Do I just leave you to the depths of the forest to take over you? The captain. Oh, so sorry about that. She pulls the gag and throws it over her shoulder. This is my ship. I'm not going to take this lightly. Oh, well, I guess that answers my question, but I can't leave you tied to this chair. And she snaps her fingers, and two of the crew members walk up. Yes, Captain V? I'm going to need you to cut his ropes. You sure? Yeah. What did I say? Yes. And they each to the side take knives to the edge of the chair and slice the rope. The captain falling back, his necklace comes loose over his head as he falls into the trees below. She opens her hand to look at the necklace, wooden beads carrying it. To give it a good description, it looks almost like a rosary. She puts it on her belt, letting it hang off the side. Well, now that that's over, the captain falling into the tree line, you see him tumble and fall through the branches on the top as it goes to a little bit more solid ground. He hits one of the branches, lands, already cut up in just his underwear. He starts climbing. He starts going. All right, boys, I think we're going to head east. And at that moment, she stops. She sniffs up the air and she looks east. No, we're going west. And she points off and the crew starts going. The former captain climbing, he lifts his head up to get to see the tail of the ship heading west, and he climbs to the east, moving through the branches. It feels like days of this, tired and weak. He peeks his head up. Help! Ark hears a voice from the distance.
Hello?
Help! You can tell the directionality from this second yelp.
If I look down, can I see anybody or?
It seems like it's coming east. It seems like it's coming from your west.
I mean, of my companions.
Oh no, they're down. They're
Okay.
down. Yeah.
Okay. I think that's me then. I'm going to tie. Well, no.
You're on the small boat. You can
Yeah.
travel with it.
Okay, I'll travel with it. I was like, do I need to leave it here for them? Nah, I can't see them.
You
Heck yeah.
you start to move, and as you get closer to the sound, you see an arm reach up, waving.
I don't know for like rowing or like what propulsion is
It's
this?
it's a saw. It's a single saw.
Okay. So I'll make my way over and I guess try to get him.
As you move up, probably to the side of them, you can see that this man is just sliced. He is wearing just his boxers, white with little red hearts on them. He, oh, please, my ship got taken over, and I just need, and he's like trying to climb on.
Okay, easy, steady.
He gets on the back. This is kind of like, if you were to give it like a visual representation, this is like a slightly longer ski-doo, like a sea-doo. So it's like it usually fits like two people and they're hugging. This has got kind of like almost like a little bit longer of the seats, and it's got on the back, it's got like two bags where it holds like goods and supplies and stuff like that.
What happened? Are you cold?
He goes, very. I was searching a mirage, and something. I can't explain it, but something took over my ship.
How?
By gunpoint.
Well, you said you couldn't explain it, so.
No, I mean, I can't explain what they are. They looked like an ardent, but they weren't.
Weren't like how?
Well, first of all, I think that this is not sunstroke. I promise. I think she came from a heart.
Is this an expression that's familiar to me?
This is not an expression. That just makes sense.
My understandings, that's not the way things tend to work with Ardents.
We went to the Mirage, and my men came back with a jar with a heart in it. And it broke when I wasn't in the room. And the heart was gone, but she was there. You can see him physically like shivering as he's like, he's cold, but also you can tell that he is sunburnt.
That can happen sometimes.
Yeah.
Like out in the snow or something, they get all the reflection back on them.
Also, as someone that has gotten a 3rd degree sunburn, right? I think it's 3rd degree. I was shivering. I was literally like uncontrollable. I had to have a blanket on me.
Shock off burns.
Yeah,
it sucks.
It does.
I'm really sorry you went through that, my dude.
Oh yeah,
Your body gets so confused.
It is distressed. That it is very clear on.
Yeah, that's a story I'll tell some other time.
We got something in supplies that we can.
Yeah, I mean,
we got the space blanket.
Yeah. I'm sure you've got you've got some, I imagine, clothes that are probably there. I mean, you guys have,
or at minimum, if there was like some canvas that was over some boxes, like, because you said there were supplies, and like, you know, people they'll like pack them down like moving blanket style.
Yeah. I will also say that Caitlin specifically says that if it's not nailed down, she takes it, and you guys have like rummage through a ship that had an entire crew. So like having spare pants, boots, shirts, stuff like that does make sense.
I just don't know how much realistically loaded onto some other guy's boat. For
Oh,
this
you're talking
outfit.
about physically right there.
Well, yeah, I want to put clothes on the shivering person, or
I'm
at
sorry.
least lend some warmth.
I thought you meant like on your.
Oh yeah,
your
once we get back to the boat, that'll be fine. But I still got to pick up some crew. I gotta no. Poor shivering underpants gentleman.
I would say that you probably have something similar to like a leather tarp that you probably have.
Right, that goes back to the moving blanket thing that I was like.
Yeah.
Over the supplies that you described. I just want to, like you wrap them up in the ambulance kind of thing with the blanket. We just want to get him.
Yeah. So you pull out and wrap him in this thing. Lolia, as we left off, your friend had jumped off and was going after a wild creature.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't really call it. I guess creature is a better description. It is not a animal. It is a monstrosity.
Construct, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. So he just jumped after it.
Yeah,
it was going down where we think
Nokio
is.
Yeah, where Nokio was. Yeah.
Oh no. Okay. Oh, I have to go too. Okay, yeah, I have to go too. How much space is there between the like? Is it like super like tight? Like you have to crawl through like brambles and stuff, or could I leap off of this?
You're not that deep. Yeah, eventually it does get that deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you are not that deep.
Oh, okay. Running start. Jump off the side. Aiming for no trees. Wings out. We're paragliding down.
Hell yeah. Your wings flap out and you glide down. You can see your friend jumping from tree branch to tree branch, getting lower as you start to hear Nokio like talking to something as it is like you see like little bits of light coming from it as Nokio is like communicating with something that is on the ground.
Where is the beast?
You are I would say height wise it's maybe 30 feet from Nokio, and you're about 50 feet from Nokio.
So sorry to Roderick. Nokio! Just he shouts. I need their attention.
With hopefully Drac is okay with this. If not, retcons are a thing. Nokio looks up and sees this spine wolf literally like jumping from thing to thing, and Nokio picks up the weirdly forming metal and branches and grabs it and like gets in like a defensive stance, like they're going to have to like take a hit. The spine wolf hears you all and kind of like stops.
Yeah.
And turns and
look at me, knocking at Roderick, who has a weapon who can maybe help us right now. Look at me.
And
big bright colorful wings.
Who wants to roll for Roderick?
Oh yeah,
go for it.
Okay. I don't. Maybe. Do you want to? Because you're not down here.
Okay.
I'll be rolling for me, I assume, at some point.
Oh yeah.
I suspect that's correct. Yes. What am I rolling?
You're gonna roll 3 dice.
Okay. That's a good number, so I won't argue for a different number. Otherwise, I was going to have to try to rules lawyer without a character sheet, which I've never done before.
If anyone could do it,
Look, Roderick has a lot of faults to them. One of the good things that they can do is combat. So
2 successes. 2 6s.
2 6s. Oh my god.
Yep, 6 6 2.
Roderick literally comes down as it stops. Its momentum like continues to move a little bit, and Roderick literally takes his spear and stabs it right into it. You could see sparks, and you can see this kind of like, without a better description, like ecto like energy just like shooting from it as it like wails and screams, and it tries to start to buck Roderick off of him as he is like holding still, like both hands on it, its foot on its back as it's like trying to buck around. What is Lolia doing?
Now veering away from whatever is happening there to not be involved and aiming down towards Nokio and Mystery Friend.
So you're going to Nokio. Okay.
Yes.
You land next to them as Roderick is continuously fighting. And Nokio's like, we have to get this somewhere safe.
Okay. Is it heavy?
I can lift it.
Okay. And she sneezes. And I'm gonna use scatter scale. A bunch of like iridescent dust just poofs around us. And I make a cloud of fine dust that refracts light and distorts perception.
Ooh.
My own senses are unaffected. As we've established, Nokio doesn't use eyeballs.
Yeah.
And so Nokio can maneuver with me through this.
That's awesome. And Nokio holds this thing in its arms as it like reaches up and starts to like climb one-handed up the trees as Nokio continues to go. Nokio is trying to be bucked off. Sam, roll me 2 dice. To Roderick, yes. Try to roll.
Are you sure it's not the thing I rolled 3 for?
Yes. You are not being destructive. You are trying to keep balance and not be thrown off of it.
You want to spend an ox point? Maybe we spend an ox point.
I can do that destructively. 5.
Okay. So he loses grip, but he maintains staying on it. He wanted to take the spear out and give it another jab, but it has moved on the side. So he is now literally having to hold onto this without falling. Lolia, you start to climb up, but this combat is happening all around you. Like this creature is like bouncing from tree branch to tree branch, like shaking the trees, breaking branches as it's like fighting for whatever spark that it has left. Why don't you roll me a veil?
Okay.
And
what vault?
Vault sounds good. Yeah. Yeah, vault's perfect.
That's 3. Oh, 5 is the highest.
5 is the highest.
Mm-hmm. I got a straight 3 4 5.
The
what are you gonna do?
the branch that you're on, like as you are climbing up, shakes and moves. And I'm gonna say with that, your choice is either to take a point of damage to one of your abilities, or you can lose your upward movement.
I'm flimsy. I'm gonna lose my upward movement.
Okay. You lose your grips momentarily, and hold on to the branch as you hang, but you manage to dodge one of the like near misses as it goes through all of you.
Her as it like just barely goes past, her antennas go flat to the back of her head, and her wings go whoosh, like little eep sound.
Yeah, like literally like this crashing. You're just Roderick has to make a new decision on how to deal with this situation. Sam, what do you think Roderick does in this situation?
He actually knows better than I do. He's good at this stuff, right? Like it's attack.
Okay. Roll me 3.
It's like I've at no point gotten the notion that he's in any way timid. Like, did you see that spread? That guy hunts. I roll like crap though.
What did you get?
3.
A 3?
Yeah. Yes, that is correct.
He goes to use the spear almost like a pole to try and like rotate around it to kick it in the head, and as it is flying and bouncing between trees, he can't, like he tries to get on, and it's just a nightmare, and he can't stable himself and does not further the goal whatsoever.
I've had better moments, okay.
Haven't we all? Actually, you know what? I forgot. 3s are actually a disaster, and not 3 2s and 1s are disasters. 5s and 4s are conflicts. 6s are triumphs. So
you have to say it like that. Now it hurts my feelings.
Sam, a disaster? Never.
Sam's a fun character.
In this situation, I'm gonna say that he goes to rotate around and to hit it and completely loses his footing and lets go of the spear.
Oops.
That leaves it its turn. And now that it's got a spear in it, so it's not happy, but it's no longer being bucked around and being ridden like a bull, and it goes straight for Roderick.
Yeah, it does.
Sam, roll me 2.
Yep.
Okay, what if we spend an ox point on it so we don't lose our?
Nope. Let's do that. Yep.
Yeah. What ox point real quick?
Yep.
All right.
Number's 5.
All right. Well, I find that out. Let's see what we got here. It's pinned. Yay. 1, 2, 3. Crafty Geek. Hopefully this saves Roderick. We will find out how badly beat he gets from this.
6.
Awesome. As it goes to hit it, Roderick like specifically stands there on a branch, and as it dives for it, he just steps off to the side and falls down and grabs the branch, and it goes right into the tree. It shakes the tree. Caitlin, why don't you roll me another roll? I think we decided that it was Veil and Vault. Yeah.
Am I still traversing?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Traversing the trees, the thing that I built this character for.
Treeversing, yes.
Treeversing. Dude, I need a new die. Here, let's do this one. My tree-colored dice. Okay, it's a 6.
It hits the tree that you're on, and as it like wiggles and moves, you can see Nokia like start to like lose control, and you literally like get up and like shoulder them into like from preventing them from falling.
I think it's like because she's much smaller
Oh,
and she's
yeah.
not that strong. I think it's literally like she sees their foot like slip off of the branch that they're on, and literally just like literally elbow, and it's not even like a full weight. It's just like to get the tip of their toes onto the next sturdiest branch, like shifting their momentum by like 3 inches to get them right onto like something that will catch them.
They give you a nod of like appreciation and continue to climb. Roderick, ready as ever, right below it's the soft underbelly of this beast is right above him. Roll me 3 dice, Sam.
Okay. You know, I'm so glad that my character doesn't have to apologize for the spear. Like, Roderick will never meet me. 4. 2 4s.
Okay.
If doubles help.
Only doubles matters on 1s and 6s. He reaches up and grabs just like a piece of wood and grabs onto it and starts to pull, and it moves away, and he ends up like being drugged with it as it like continues to like pierce into the tree and climb up to the surface. It still has no idea where Lolia and Nokia and this new creature is, but it is climbing up the same tree as you all. It does not know that you're there. You can look down and you can see this thing starting to like climb up. What would you like to do?
Go faster. Go.
Roll it.
Oh, okay. Let's do my. Okay, actually, this makes more sense. Let's do my glittery dice because I am scatter scaled. 6. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Tell me, is it just are you just going faster, or are you slowing it down? Like with a 6, I'm gonna give you a little bit of control on this.
I think inspired by the brief adjustment, Lolia kind of does like a why am I not leading this charge, and kind of grabs onto where Nokio's next stepped, like to put brace on while they're lifting up their other foot, so that one's gonna be sturdy for a second. And she's gonna grab like kind of a piece of just whatever, it could be a handhold on the back of his leg, and it's going to basically loft herself up over his back, is like on his shoulders, and is gonna leap up and go, follow me instead, and is gonna kind of try to fastest, like, because this is what she does, is moves through the trees like this, is going to basically do like floating math moment of like, how can I get these two? What is the fastest branch pattern that's going to get us all the way up? And she's going to, instead of letting Nokio lead, is going to get them where we need to go faster, because this is what she does.
You get to like the top of the tree line. I'll say at this point, Ark, you're starting to see a lot of movement in the trees where your friends were. And you can see that even Nokio's size, this is a lot.
I turn back to the individual. Stay there. I need to pick people up. And then I continue to move this person in the stern of the boat. But hey. Yeah. Make my way toward where things were.
Okay. You get a little bit closer, and why don't you roll me another attack for Roderick?
Okay. 6.
A 6. He, as it is going up and he is holding on to its underbelly, he finally gets his feet into a good spot and just pulls and rips a huge like chunk of wood that was being held together by energy and just rips it completely off and throws it off to the side as it like starts to slide back down as it's like losing all momentum and energy to keep moving. Yeah, I would say that I won't make you roll. You can make it up to the top with Nokio. Ark, you see Nokio holding some sort of like amalgamation of wood and metal and scrap and glass, and you see you see
You might not see them at all.
yeah, I was actually started to say that. I was like, oh wait, what do they see?
It's like a mirage, kind of. But
Can
not
I-
the in-world mirage, like a real-world mirage.
Mm-hmm.
Can I still see Nokia? Like, does Ghost Sight work on someone anchored?
So,
Ooh.
that's an interesting concept that I would love
See
to
the
explore.
essence.
I'd like to explore that. Like, I don't want to,
Okay.
I also don't like, I think that I want to explore this. And because this is the caveat is
Mhm.
I think that this is very interesting and I'd love to see where this goes, but I also don't want to make your ability somehow weaker, because if Art can do that with some sort of ghost vision, then so would other things. So I think that there's a balance there, but I like
True,
the
but there's no intrinsic stealth that an anchored usually gets the way that like a spiritist. It's not like we're default invisible.
No. I'm talking about the Lolia's ability of that mirage.
Oh, Lolia. Okay, yes.
Yes.
True.
Yeah. That's what I mean is
If
Lolia's,
someone else had Ghost Sight, it would nerf Lolia's. That makes sense.
that's more of what I was
That makes
concerned
sense.
about. I like the idea though. Like this is not a no for me. This is I'm curious of what all of you think. Especially you, Caitlin, because this would be
I'm
your
fine
ability.
keeping yours strong because mine is fairly versatile in that I can get into a situation and be spirits here. Where
could
something is more situational,
Mhm.
it should be more powerful. Like that's just good design. So I would be inclined to nerf Ghost Sight relative to your ability.
I would also pitch, maybe you know what to look for because you know you've worked with Lolia. Oh, like this isn't something that like anybody would know how to see. Like you can tell, like, oh, there's like you can't see it fully, but maybe it would catch your eye more so than that's something I would pitch.
Or how's this, Caitlin? Just because I know who you are. What if instead of a predator invisibility, it's like a predator bubble invisibility? Where like if you're looking hard enough, you can see.
Yeah. That's why I said like mirage. Like that's
Yeah.
kind of, it's like a distortion.
Okay. What about I can't right now, but looking at whatever the heck this is, I might discover at some point that if I put effort in, I could start to figure it out. That way you aren't nerfed. It requires an active downtime style investment from me to learn how to do it rather than giving it to me off the top.
I like it. That's fun.
Done. All right. So you
All
see these tree branches moving and you see so much so that like one of the tree branches literally like is bending where you, Lolia, can see is Nokio is standing on top of and Drac can hate me. Nokio's like Ark like like trying to get Ark's attention, but clearly
I will say you could probably, even if you couldn't see us, I mean the
hear.
signs that you can hear, I mean the signs of like Lolia using this ability and the trees bending as though someone is standing there might be a giveaway for you because you could recognize it.
Only if I've seen the ability before.
Well, she uses this constantly. This
constantly?
is like this is like she doesn't want to be in fights. Like my whole build. This is how I get out of fights. Is using this. This is how I disappear. So
all the more so it should be very powerful.
And so this is she used this in episode 1 to get literally the exact same maneuver to get Nokio carrying our Wokebone friend to the ship. I used this to keep us invisible from the Wokebone catchers. So yeah, I have used it recently.
You have.
Those
Ark
bones
didn't
hate
see
capitalism.
it, but since you're saying it's always, yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah, you can tell, you can like, it's not, again, it creates a mirage. It doesn't make a perfect image of what's happening.
No, they're
So,
not
like,
invisible. It's just, it was a question of would I know what I was looking at versus
Yes.
we're in a dangerous environment. I could assume like
Sure,
something
sure.
threat if I didn't actively know what
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was.
yeah.
Especially
say
because I have this guy, he has
Mhm.
hearts on his underpants and he was
Yeah.
saying like weird possessy stuff. So no,
Mhm.
but I recognize what this is.
Yes.
Lalia?
That's me. We
We
have,
have company.
oh, I was gonna say that too. And then she's gonna like do like a big flap, wing flap, and like scatter the scatter scale. And you're gonna see the Nokia
Oh,
holding
it
like
sparks all up once it gets into like my auras, like
love it, love it. And then you'll see Nokia holding a bundle of newborn. Yeah, full sentence. I think we'll need a ride. Can you
could you scooch over?
yeah.
He does.
Okay. I'll get Roderick. I meet you at the boat. And then boop, and we'll drop back under to go make sure Roderick can't follow.
You see Roderick with his spear on his back and a knife in his hand as he is like cutting like one of the like blades off of the oh my gosh, spine wolf, literally like cutting the blade that is on its tail, and he holds it up and he sees you and he goes,
She's like dangling, kicking her little feet.
I got a trophy. I've never taken.
You can loot a guy. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, this is like good leather and wood and metal. Like,
You should get it all. And then she's gonna hop down and like land on the branch above him and like look. Lalia doesn't fight things. Lalia doesn't hunt things. Lalia loots boats and is like, more items.
he hands you the blade and like he goes, there's some good stuff on here. I don't want to leave it here.
Take it.
Yeah, and so I imagine you guys, he goes up to his boat, his boat and pulls down
And
a line.
His boat isn't there, by the way. They said they took baby back. They took the newborn.
Oh, did you take the newborn back? Oh, my bad. I thought you were just getting him to come up. He's like, okay, well, when they come back, we're gonna he like ties the feet together like a hog tie so that you can bring it back to the ship.
There's a new guy.
A new guy.
Yeah, Ark found somebody, and also Nokia found somebody. So boat's getting full. Do you play nice? You've been nice. It'll be okay.
Like your speech pattern, he's just like before he can answer anything, he's like, yeah.
Mhm.
I would say you guys get to the ship uneventful. Return, bring back the spine wolf to the boat. But here's the question: your new captain friend that you have, when you go there, are you just gonna like, here you go, stay here with Nokio and Gretches, or are like gonna tie him up? Like I don't know. Like what's the?
There's an entire Gretches here. I'm not terribly concerned.
Mhm.
He's in little heart underpants. I think Gretches has got that shit.
When the three of you come back, you can see Carl is got pants on, a shirt probably a little bit bigger than he should be wearing, and he like slides some boots on and he's like, feels good. A hot shower would be better, but
Where are you? Why are you in the trees?
My name's Carl. I was a captain of a ship, and we went to a mirage, and the mirage creature that was inside of it took over my boat.
That's really cool. Not for you, but like in general.
The mirage isn't that far away.
looks at whoever's standing nearest to me with big moth eyes that are sparkly and excited.
You want to go to the place that takes over ships?
No, the mirage itself didn't. An object that we retrieved from the mirage
Objects.
did.
That take over ships.
Maybe just the one. Was there anything else cool in there? Did you leave
And
stuff
maybe
behind?
not the one.
I actually didn't go on. My men did.
What?
So
Boring.
I was honestly
No, I don't care. You don't have anything interesting to say. You didn't go looting.
Okay.
Do we need to go get your crew?
I have a sneaking suspicion that they're no longer my crew.
Like they mutinied?
Well, they didn't do anything to defend me.
Probably because you didn't go look in the mirage. Because that's like uncool.
I mean,
You should be cooler in the future, and maybe your crew won't mutiny you.
well, we can't all go on to the mirage now, can we?
Why not?
Something could happen to the ship. Something could take over. He goes, as dumb as that sounds now, since it didn't matter, since it happened either way.
Live fast, die young. Have a good time. Check out the mirage. I'm going to be scolded if I don't stop talking. And she's gonna go and start. Start looking through. We found maybe 3 things before we got scared. So she's gonna go help Roderick categorize stuff.
I should probably provide clothes to the individual at this point, since we're in the place of more supplies, and since Lalia has performed prodigious looting. I will clothe Carl.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What kind of clothes did they have on the bear ship?
I mean, it would just be, any clothing you would take on a ship. So pants, shirts, blouses, stuff like that.
I was hoping there would just be like a highlighter yellow blouse among these blights. I don't know.
I mean, honestly, most of these clothes are probably pretty, like, either worn or used for a long period of time because they don't get washed that often.
Yeah.
Because it's not like they can dunk them in the water, right? Like,
yeah.
Well, we wash clothes on our ship because we have water supply.
That is true. We have that.
We are not stinky. We're very cool and very not stinky.
Both.
Mhm.
That's important.
Mm-hmm.
I've been assured.
mm-hmm.
How it can Carl point to the mirage on a map marker?
Yeah.
Can we put a marker on our map?
All of a sudden you see like a point of interest on your map.
Yeah, right. Okay, so like relative to our quest line, what are we good to go to the mirage?
It is not far off of, but it is not but then again, actually, now that I think about it, your location is like an arch, right? Of like where it could be based off of supplies.
Oh, so it's in the search. It is in the search area.
It is in the directionality of the search area, but it is not in the search area.
But it's in the directionality of the search
Correct.
area.
Correct. That is what I am saying.
Oh, that substantially reduces the number of excuses I have. Plus, since I have Lalia, I have to approve of Lalia things.
So, yeah, you all head off in the direction of the mirage.
Set course for the bad idea.
And I think that is a perfect time to take a break. So we'll be back in 10-ish minutes, and we'll all see you soon. Let's see. Do I screw this up? This is where other GMs will come in here and say, like, and that's where the thing came from. Nah, I don't have that originality.
There was definitely a full story here, and now it's my laugh line.
It's
The twins are up 5-3 right now. I stopped looking. I forgot immediately. That was my update.
Baseball.
Twins.
We're talking about baseball.
Oh, okay.
Look, there are a lot of things that can be referred to as twins, so we have to specifically say baseball.
When I was a kid, I don't know if I want to say this. Yes, I do. When I was a kid, I was very young when 9/11 happened. And I grew up in Minnesota.
Hold on.
And I grew up in Minnesota. Our capital is called the Twin Cities. I, for a long time, thought that 9/11 happened in Minneapolis,
no.
St. Paul, baby. The twins.
That's rough. I
Yeah,
was on
you are extremely youthful, aren't you?
Yeah.
I was on a
Remarkable.
boat
It was 6.
out in the ocean. That was a really weird weekend.
Mm.
Well, I was on a cruise ship to Mexico, and it happened, and it was just a weird situation afterward. The mood shifted quickly.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Much like in this conversation.
Twins.
I blame Caitlin.
Approximately 1.6 million twin pairs are born around the world each year. Just to emphasize how not silly a question it is to ask which twins. That is many twin. That's more than Dazzler has paws, all right?
This is the thing is the worst part is at the gym there is a couple of people that refer to when they go to cons and sell stuff. They go, I gotta have the twins out, and they're referring to their guns. Like,
oh, I was going. Okay, cool.
No, hold on.
Yeah.
It's a husband and wife, and he has to have his twins out, and she has to have her twins out. And the problem is that I always joke that like when she's I gotta have the twins out, I was like, yeah, you do, like, yeah, because she's ripped. So I'm just like, yeah, No, that's not what she's referring to.
It's the bottom of the 8th, in case anybody was wondering. Or twins are up 5-3.
I didn't realize that you could be an 8th of a bottom, but all right. So
it's surprising.
This is how we make Sam uncomfortable. All right, you dress Roderick. Lolia, you what
Carl.
were you? Yeah, you were, yes, Carl. You dress Carl.
Roderick's dressed.
Yeah, I would hope.
Why do we have so many adoptees already?
Yeah,
That's
I know.
supposed to happen slowly over
I
time.
know.
Well, Roderick's not gonna stay, and
That's what we said about Gretches.
True. So you give Gretches the direction of the Mirage, and she starts taking the ship off into that direction. What is Lolia doing in this situation? Like while we're heading over?
Lolia is fascinated by the things that Roderick is getting out of the Spine Wolf.
He like starts to lay out like the pieces and starts to like tactfully separate different things of different use. Now you can tell that he is used to doing this with like formerly living animals, but he is doing this very tactfully, separating different pieces. You can see he's putting the woods together, he's putting the glass together, he is taking the metals together and separating them, and he looks at you and he goes, do you want to learn?
Yes. I won't ever do. I don't do that. But this is cool. This part is cool.
Well, it's still a useful tactic to have, whether you are the one doing the hunt or the one assisting in the hunt. If I'm hunting and I need this to be taken care of, it would be easier for you to do that while I'm hunting versus it just stacking up and taking away time. So, and he will like show you, he starts to like lift apart and he goes, even though this is not an animal, it uses the same basic structure as an animal, and like will lift up an arm and show you like a joint, and will like show you where it connects internally, almost like a skeletal structure. And he shows you like how to separate the pieces from this. And he goes, this can easily be used in other fashions. I mean, you take apart boats, right?
Mhm.
He goes, well, boats get connected in very specific ways, and so does this. And he starts to like change the directionality of like how he was teaching you. Instead of like animals, he starts to talk to you about boat structure.
The like kind of confusion, spinning wheels, and then I'm grasping this concept happens in real time and is visible on her face.
Yeah, and he sees that like the level of confusion. Goes, okay, so like on the stern, and like he starts using like different terminology for that. You all can see that Nokia like goes down below with this thing, and it seems as if he is like nurturing it and trying to take care of it, and is focusing heavily on this thing.
I'm going to let that alone. And it's not exclusively because it involves going below decks.
What is Ark doing?
How much time do we have?
You've got maybe like 4 hours of travel, which was probably like 8 hours of time to climb. No, it was probably like 12. Let's be honest.
Could Ark sit behind Lolia? Like, could you do the thing again? And trying to spend some of that time while I'm thinking about it, learning the mirage to see through the mirage trick. Just learning how the mirage trick works first, and then Nokia will later be added to that equation, I guess. But we gotta put in a tick of investment into it, because I don't think I have like urgent downtime activities at the moment.
I think what happens first is that Ollie goes, "Oh, okay," and does a little like poof, and then nobody can see what anybody's doing because everyone on this deck uses their eyeballs.
And it just goes
around you.
in a cloud. We're surrounded it. Yep. Oh, I'm interfering with your skills acquisition.
Wait. And she'll do a little wing flutter to like dust it all away. And then it's gonna do kind of a goofy setup in which we have a lens room. We do quite a bit of ways to see things from afar.
Fascinating. Yes, true.
It's going to get everybody set up in a way in which I'm not going to make Roderick. I'm not going to make Roderick invisible to me or his own stuff, but I can still watch from the lens room. And then Ark can attempt to discern scatter scale.
It doesn't take much time for you guys to get the Gretches calling out and saying Mirage Ho, like it can see that it is nearby. And Carl, anyone that is near Carl, you can see him kind of get a little bit nervous.
You seem like you're nervous.
Because the last time I was here, the thing that came out of it took over my ship.
That was what I was thinking it might have been.
Yes.
You don't have a ship to get taken over, so...
True. I only have your ship for it to be taken over and be thrown overboard on that, too.
Well, we don't have a captain, so I don't think we're going to have a problem with your whole thing.
Unless he mutinies us and becomes
but we like each other, though.
That's true. Do we like him?
Not if he tries to mutiny.
Please don't mutiny.
I'll do my best.
Can you mutiny if the ship doesn't have a captain in the first place? Who would you mutinize?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You can see a single window shattered on the Mirage. Like it is a large glass like glass building with reflections showing the trees and the form of your ship as it gets closer, and a single square window shattered out of this basically building.
All right.
You all, the ship moves up and up against it so that you guys can step off of the boat and onto the Mirage.
Okay.
It's okay. It's inside.
It's okay as the bad idea will ever be.
Okay. I get my things. Is it just the two of us going in?
No, Roderick's going.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely not.
I don't know.
No. You step in, and when you step in, you can see out the windows, right? You get in there, and it is a very good description of this is if you were in an office building with cubicles, and there were no personal belongings on any of the cubicles. It was just a chair and an empty cubicle on every single location.
Mm.
And there's about maybe 40 cubicles on this floor. And the only thing else is a single door, a metal door with a single red light above it.
Like a firefly?
Like a firefly?
Yeah.
You can move a little closer and check it out if you want.
Jake, this is my frame of reference for tiny little lights.
I know what you're saying. I'm saying
Firefly.
you can move closer if you'd like.
I wonder whether the moth will move closer to the light.
Of course she
The
does.
distance is overwhelming.
Yeah, I gotta go check it out.
As you get closer, you can see that it is a metal door that is split down the center, and there's a small panel to the right with a single with two buttons on it. One with an arrow pointing up and one with an arrow pointing down.
Is there not stairs?
You do not see stairs.
Do we press a button? Up, down.
I'll press up.
And as you press the button, there a small glow around the button lights up, and you hear a ding, and the doors and slide open.
How did they do that?
A small, tiny room with a gold bar around it, like a handrail. The upper half a mirror, the second half wood paneling.
It feels buzzy around here.
Yeah. It's the only thing in the room? It's just the walls and the bar?
It's well, if you get in,
Mhm.
do you peek your head in?
Mhm.
You can see that there is another panel of buttons with 40 from P and then 1 all the way up to 42.
Mm. It
Do
seems
they
like
actually have all of the numbers in series?
Mm-hmm.
There's a 13?
There is a 13.
Good. Anti-superstitious, I approve.
It seems like the room too small to do anything. Maybe it's I don't know. Button room?
There's something very different about this place.
Mhm. Is there anything on the ceiling?
Mirrored. There is a single light that is on.
Mm.
Are you looking for like a panel to like
Yeah.
access? Yeah,
Yeah.
that yes.
Is it recognizably a door?
It is like one of the mirrors is like slightly above all of the other ones, and there's like an edge around one of the mirrors, so it's very clearly like this mirror is not like the others, you know.
I went to scramble at that.
What's your favorite number?
$11.
Does
You
Arc
fuck
press
me
it?
up with some 5 being closer to so hard right now. Anyway, I press 11. Yes, that was where this was going. We all know that. Like
You press 11, and as Lolia is like pushing up on the thing, the doors and close on all of you, leaving you in this tiny, small, encapsulated room. It takes a second, but the whole room drops down just a little bit and then slowly starts moving down, it feels like.
It's doing it again, but more. Don't you feel it?
That we're going somewhere? Like on the boat, but different?
No, the spark. I'll just like do a little spark in my hand.
Oh. There's that. And she points at the light on the ceiling.
Exactly.
You hear a crackle of what you would know as a speaker, and you can hear do 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 as
Speaking to us?
elevator music starts to play.
For the audience, what floor did we start on?
You were at the like 38th floor. There was like 5 floors above you. And so you continue to travel down. Are any of you doing anything? You just gonna wait until it stops, or because you were fiddling with the thing? Did you stop as soon as you started moving?
Yeah, I think so.
Also, aren't you a small?
Yeah. I crawled up on the
bar.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, no, 100%.
And there was like one hand on like Ark's shoulder or something and was like
It
Just
doesn't
antenna standing up.
It doesn't take long, and the elevator goes and stops. Feels like the door's taking a little too long to open, and then the elevator doors open to a room completely ravaged by plants and trees and vines that you could barely even tell that it was once a room itself, but it is covered in nature. Light does not pierce through the tree lines.
Guess what? I can see clearly without light.
I can see clearly now, there is no lights.
It's my antennas. I can see without light.
In the room, there is no movement. Loli, you can see that this seems to be almost similar to the original room. You also can see that on the doorway, it says 1 on it, not 11 that was pressed. There's also what seems to be cut marks on the branches that someone had hacked through recently.
Is this where our mutinied captain went?
Or whoever did mutinizing. They may not have come from a heart, though.
as somebody who has done a lot of time delving through trees and things that have been overtaken by the trees, can I tell how recently this damage occurred?
For you to even see anything, it has to have been like days.
Oh yeah, because it does immediately like reconsume.
Yeah, it's less than a day.
Okay. So the tiny room took them here, and then they found something, and then it mutinied.
Do I feel like, is there also like electric current in the area of this floor the way that there was in the tiny room, that frankly, if it didn't feel like being surrounded by sky like a weighted blanket, I probably would be freaking out on?
Yeah, I mean, you can feel that this, like, you have not lost the feeling of power around you this entire time, including at this lower floor.
Does it go places? Like,
Right.
how much? I don't know how much directionality. I'm kind of figuring it's like the people who have the magnet in their finger kind of thing. For sensing magnetic currents, you end up getting a bit of a sense of stuff, but feel free, like, it's entirely narrative, so limit the heck out of me.
I will say, when you can feel it exponentially stronger in the walls than anywhere else. And I will say you can get like a directionality of something, and you think that if you can maybe reach in the vines between the things, you might be able to touch it.
What do I roll?
Ooh.
I mean, this is some flavor bad idea, so I assume there's some form of I gotta do dice about it.
I mean, the decision is up to you on what happens when you reach through, unless you would like to. You know what? I'm not going to make your roll. Instead, I would like you to take a mire.
Okay.
Yeah, take a mire. You can choose which of your mires that you take in this situation, but reaching your arm in between vines in an area where you can't see light is definitely stressful and difficult for you to really do. But when you reach through the vines, you touch the wall and you feel something smooth. And then on that smooth surface, you feel like a small nub that you think you can move, because when you touch it, it has some sort of movement.
Okay. I will attempt to wiggle it.
You can feel that it can go down, and you move it a little bit and nothing happens. And then you push it a little bit past the halfway point and it snaps down, and you feel that power of that electric spark in the walls. You can feel it surging up the wall and overhead as you hear this humming sound, this ding 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 ding, as the fluorescent tubes get power above all of you and flicker on, large portions of them covered by vines. And so the light that emanates from them blows out this green glow between the leaves. And you get a little bit better of a view, a little bit more of a vision in this space. But you can see that they clearly cut a pathway down through some cubicles and like off to the right.
made a path.
I like it. I would like to find out where they went and what they did.
You walk further and further down, and you find that the cubicles stop, and instead you find a glass wall. And you try to look in, and you're not quite sure, but it looks like there's a table with chairs surrounding it. And you continue to follow the path around, and it leads to a door. The door has been cleared away, and across it in big lettering. Let's see. Do any of you know? What is a good language for this? Do any of you know? Librite.
I do. Because I had the leaf with the treble clef, remember?
In Librite, how many points do you have?
1.
Okay. Don't say it like it's like 1.
What? Like I'm some kind of sociolinguist, arky, sparky?
You can tell that because with 1 point you know phrases or like words, and you see it's pretty clear because these are very common words. Do not enter.
Do not enter.
Oh, why not?
It says so.
Oh. Why?
You would have to ask.
Ooh.
You can see that the door handle that was once there has been smashed off.
Can we see into this is the glass room?
No. This is just a wood door. You basically you pass like what would be considered a conference room.
Got it.
And you can see that there is an office of some sort.
And if they smashed the door handle off, is there a space that I can peek through?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to do that.
Thank you.
You look inside, and when you look inside, you are surprised to see a room untouched by nature.
Oh, boy. Is there light in there, or am I seeing because I have my...
You're seeing because of your ability.
Not the vision.
It's called prismatic antennae.
In the conference room, there was also no light. You literally turn the lights on to like the wall.
Yeah. I should know if that affected this room as well. So it's just what is in there.
You can see that there is a desk, a large chair behind the large desk, and you can see that the room itself is like all wood furniture. Looks like there's some glassware in there. You're looking around, and you can see stacks of paper on the desk.
I want it, but I was told not to go inside. But
You can also
there's
see
trinkets.
You can also see that there is a layer of dust.
Can I see it broken?
You would have to open the door.
It says do not enter or do not open.
Enter.
What if I opened it and didn't go in? Does it have any rules about that?
Are you presenting this argument
Yes.
to Ark,
Yes.
or are you just
I am-
doing it?
No, I am presenting this argument to Ark.
Why are you trying to get their buy-in and co-culpability on everything? That's diabolical. Do your own
Because
bad.
it's
Take
more
responsibility
fun.
for your own bad ideas.
It's more fun this way.
Nah, you're just trying to be like, oh well, no, you didn't think too.
No, it will be my fault no matter what. If it goes
No,
badly.
that's
Don't
not
worry.
how that works. No, because you asked for my permission. I get it. No, I
No,
get
she's not asking permission. She's just asking, are there any rules, additional rules about just opening the door?
Roll me it. Roll
Give
me
me
a
the roll.
raise, please.
Roll moth eyes.
With Game Master's consent.
Of course.
Thank you.
What did we roll for moth eyes last time?
Yeah, I recall us being vaguely permissive. Sway was like the natural skill.
Yeah.
Oh no, we used veils because it was manipulate others in social.
Yeah. There was specifically manipulate others, so you can roll veils.
Veils, yeah.
I think you don't have sway, as I recall.
No, I don't have sway.
Well, but what about when marimba rhythms start to play? That's okay.
Okay, one die. I'm not gonna spend an point on this, even if it would be funny. There's a 5.
What is Ark doing?
It says do not enter, so you absolutely may not enter.
Okay, I won't do that. I'm open the door.
You open the door and you can see that where there's a layer of dust in the center of the room and on the floor, you can see multiple footprints of multiple people have come in. And on the table from the outside, you can see that there was a large circle in the center that does not have dust.
Mm.
Now, Ark, you know that the heart came in a jar.
You said a large circle though, right? So
like
if I were picturing jar proportions, like like a pasta sauce jar, which is what I assume is the jar that you'd have for like a heart.
No. This is like
I mean, I can't tell how tall it is. All I can see is the footprint.
Yeah. But like even diameter, like what I'm saying is like diameter, I would say like fair size pickle jar, right? Like,
yeah, no, I figure we're talking cookie jar. I was just trying to figure out like okay.
Yeah, so diameter wise is about this big.
Okay.
And then height wise was probably about this big. Like it was a heart suspended in the center and its arteries reaching out, holding on to the sides.
Arteries.
Is there anything else that becomes visible now that the door is open? We presumably have a tiny bit more light. The door being open.
You definitely have a lot more light in there. Ark, you can tell that there is another one of those switches on the other side of the wall. If you were to reach in, you could easily turn on the light.
Sounds like something that's not entering.
I was like entering,
yeah.
Just saying, you do you, boo boo.
Can I spark it?
The side of the wall.
The answer should be no.
I was honestly, that was me trying to justify it, but then I was like, no, that doesn't work. No, that doesn't work. Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, I would have to go fairly hard to be able to do it.
Well, and not only that, you would have to melt the contacts on the switch, and to do that, you would have to go through the wall. And then melt. Yeah, like there's
like
a lot.
I said, I'd have to go very hard.
Yeah.
Which I have the equipment to do, but that would involve causing a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Like I could make this wall very nasty. Let's not.
So do we see anything new now that the door is open?
You can see that the stacks of paper are binded together. You can see that's written, but one of the pages is by itself and is like on the table where right next to where said circle was, is different than the others. It's not bound. It is by itself. It looks like it's probably paper that was made more recently, while the other paper looks like it's mostly deteriorated from the age in which it's been in here. But there is no moisture in the air. Just want to point that out there.
Can I tell if it's the same? Like, from I don't know how far we are, but can I tell if it's the same script as what was written on the outside of the door?
Yeah, you can. It is.
It is? Okay. Okay. So this has merit in what I'm about to suggest. In that when I play GeoGuessr with my friend E, we play Team GeoGuessr. If we get dropped in a Cyrillic using country, they don't know a ton. They can't really read Cyrillic, but I can, and they will describe characters to me, and I can phonetically sound out what they are reading to me.
Right, this looks like an H, and then you're like, it's an N.
And yep. And so if I can describe a handful of characters to my friend here who can
read Lyrebite.
Yeah, who can read Lyrebite. And I would say you look, but I have there's no actual light in the room, and I have a little bonus on visuals here. So 100%. I would love to attempt to describe upside down chair and X with another line. And
I'm gonna say that this is gonna be tides or instinct.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say
can I pitch delve? Use delve to explore the ruins of the old world, traversing barriers and unearthing secrets.
I'll take that or sway. Because you're trying to not convince someone, but you're trying to.
It's a communicative skill.
It's a communicate. Yeah, exactly. It's like you're trying to communicate a piece of information based off of the study.
Study would work. Yeah.
I have delve. If I can use delve, I would use it.
So, I will say you can use delve, but there isn't a system in the game where you take penalties for like doing certain things, or like if you're in a bad situation, and it usually cuts. So it's called a cut, and depending on the difficulty of the cut, it would reduce your it says. Cut one result to aim at a location part and declare the roll before. It has extra impact, but the declared initiative before rolling. That doesn't really. It basically makes it more difficult, so you get like a -1, right? Like so, kind of a thing, or like, so just roll it and let me see what you get. How about we do that? Let's do delve and tides.
Okay. I would like to buy an ox point because we're very far into the episode. We've only used one.
A 2. That is going to be Kai.
Thank you, Kai.
Thank you, Kai.
Okay. 2 5s.
2 5s. You're able to describe these things to the best of your ability, and I will say that there is a little bit of confusion, and I'm gonna push this onto it like a team roll, and I'm gonna say Ark is going to need to roll a tides, and I think a tides in sense, or a tides and what was the other one I was saying? Outwit would work. What do you want to pitch?
Let's see. That's depending on whether you think this is more active or passive, kind of receipt.
No, sorry. No. This is going to be a tides, and it's going to be a Lyrite.
Lyrite. Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I offer instinct, going with the flow, acting without plan, trusting your gut?
Yes.
This is just okay. Cool. Awesome. Yay. 4.
A 4. Well, what I will say is that the piece of information that you get is that it is a warning to not remove this item. That danger is only to follow if removed.
So it turns out sometimes signs are very important.
I mean, they have information on them. That's what they're for.
Sometimes they say, when not to delve and loot. That one says don't. Said don't. And now we have the captain in his underpants.
In his underpants.
Captain Underpants.
Captain Underpants.
I can't throw the GM out of the game. He's in charge.
I approve. So now, do we think that they already broke the rule, that the rules are left with the thing they stole? Or is the room also haunted?
I think that is probably the worst thing that was in the room, right? There couldn't be worse things, could there?
We don't see any other signage in the room from where.
No.
What do I have to do, Caitlin, to get Lalia to go in the room? What do I have to do to get
Not
you to
much.
do the bad idea
not
without
much.
giving me permission? What do I, Sam DeLev, have to do to get you to abandon this pretense of impulse control? Because we can't, like, at this point, you're practically making it be me. Come on.
No!
Come on.
Lolly would do. I think genuinely. I think with that, there's no other signage, and the thing that
There
the signage.
couldn't be anything worse in there, right?
Yeah, Lolly's like, you're like, so that's so real. That's so true. How could there possibly be anything worse in there? Yeah, I do think that it is in response to that she will go in.
Thank you.
She
I
takes,
just
like,
I can't give you like meta currency. Is
no,
it like
no.
It's you remember back in Power Play, you get the currency for the complication kind of thing. Like
No, I think she takes us like as though she's pretending to think about a decision about whether or not she's gonna go in, even though everyone knows that she has already made up her mind that she's about to go in. And then she goes in.
You step into the room, and as you do, a small amount of dust kicks up at your footstep, but nothing happens when you step inside.
I flipped the switch.
You flip the switch, and you hear that same ding, 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 as the light warms up and lights the entirety of the room. You can see that this seems to be some sort of like, this is an office of someone of power. Their back is a complete glass, very thick glass that looks out, but what was probably at one time the parking lot or even possibly a view is now completely blocked by plants and vines and branches. You can see that on this desk, it is hand-carved, massive desk. Like the desk itself has got to weigh at least 100 pounds. And you can see that on the desk, the paperwork that you saw that was bound, the staples are along the sides of the paper, and you can see on top of it, like you can see it corroding and slowly like almost becoming dust itself. Like if you touch it, like you can tell it's going to rip away. But you can see that it like because Low Sour technically isn't English, right? It is just a language in which you have all like adapted. It is a language in which you do not understand.
Yeah, I think Old Hand's probably closer to
Yeah.
English.
Mm-hmm.
We should bring it with.
I'm sorry?
We should bring it with us. Gretchen knows stuff. Gretchen knows before stuff.
True.
You can tell this entire room is pre-V. This whole building is pre-V.
I want so many things that are on the wall. You said little bottles, maybe trinkets.
You can see what is described would be a decanter as well as a handful of like whiskey glasses.
I bet they're sparkly.
They're crystal glass, so like they've got the designs. Like when light hits it, it goes everywhere. It refracts and hits all over the place. You can tell that the decanter itself clearly had liquid at one point or another because it has evaporated since, but it's there. You can see that there is on the desk itself, there is a placard of some sort that in old hand says someone's what you can assume to be a name.
I assume there's like bookshelf style thing. Like I would like to look through because this is clearly like somebody fancies things, so I'm sure some of this stuff is just for show. But there's got to be something that doesn't look like a resource. But I want something that looks like maybe it's been opened more times than one. Something that maybe more akin to like a novel, a story. I'd like to bring back something for Gretches.
I will say on the bookshelf itself, it all looks to be very, very formal. Like it is all like they are all like well-bound books.
Yeah.
But you can see that one has definitely been touched and is a little bit worn more than others. You're not quite sure if it's a storybook because even pulling it out, it doesn't have like imagery on it. It just has text across it. I assume you being Lily, you look at the drawers.
Yes. Oh yes.
When you open the drawer, you find what you could only describe as personal belongings.
Even more fun.
A hairbrush, a small black tube of some sort. You can see like a toothbrush, a toothpaste.
And your desk, where you spit.
You can see that there's what seems to be like keys in there. And in the bottom drawer, you see a purse.
I want to know what's inside the purse, obviously.
When you lift the purse up, it is a black leather, like very high quality purse.
Is it hard-sided or soft? Like a soft?
It is soft-sided. Okay. Yes, soft-sided. I'm trying to like it's not like a
clutch.
Yeah. It's got rigidity to it, but it's got movement to it, right? You unzip the top of it and you can see that inside of it there is there's paperwork in there, and you find a small plastic rectangle on it with a photo on it and a bunch of old hand text on it.
Yo, until we were talking the languages, we were getting everything old and Lyrebite. I was so happy.
Yeah. I'm going to load up this purse with all of the small items I can find. Anything like desk equipment, like a office equipment style stuff. Like if there's like a nice pen, if there's like Post-its, like anything that's small that I can stuff into this bag, that's gonna go for one shoulder. And then the bags that I bring with me on delves, I'm gonna load up with other stuff. And I want to make sure I want to book something that looks like I said, something that looks like it isn't actually isn't for show. I'll take the one that I saw that looked kind of used. And then anything that looks cool, I'm going to try to take with me. And I'm going to attempt to pawn off anything that doesn't fit in my bag onto Roderick and Ark, and make if there's more stuff that looks
The
cool.
thing that probably catches your eye at first is a large globe.
How big is it? Roderick, I need your help. Roderick.
Yeah.
Roderick, I need your help.
Yeah, okay.
We're
He walks into the room as he was like exploring the other spaces.
We're going to take this.
What is it?
It's a map.
He looks at it and he goes, "It doesn't seem easy to travel with. Why would you take this with you?"
It would be stationary. It would go in the lens room.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. And he goes, "Okay, hold on." And then he like reaches around and grabs onto it, and then he like lifts and he's like, "Wait," and he like moves around and you can hear ting 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 ting.
Like from inside of it?
Yeah.
I want to discover what that sound is. I made a little like a goblin freak who will follow any sound or light or pretty thing.
Good. Yes.
You give me
what's
something
to stop you now after being like, oh, and they're you'd be like, oh wait, no, now you're doing it. How dare you?
I will find. I want to answer. What is?
He sets it down and he like moves out of the way to let you explore it. And you can, as you like move the globe, you can tell that the globe doesn't actually move. But when you try to spin it, you realize that the top half is separate from the bottom half.
I mess with it and see if there's like a mechanism, a latch. If I spin it and lift it,
No,
up,
it feels like you feel like you can just lift it up.
Oh.
And when you do, you see a circle of more glasses, more like whiskey glasses, but in the center where previously you had seen a decanter, you see another decanter, but it's got brown liquid inside of it.
Lift it up. Do I ever know what it is?
When you lift it up, you see that there is a beating heart inside
Jesus.
of the vial, inside of the decanter.
Okay, I put it back.
What did you find?
I close the globe. I give it a spin for good measure.
What was over there?
There are more organs in bottles.
What?
Yeah. We're not taking the globe.
And Roger goes, "No shit."
Yeah.
Would you like to confirm that nothing you've already taken has organs, please?
I think most of the things that she's grabbed at this point has been like small enough to not contain things, but she will check.
Yeah, no.
Make sure anything
like, are there
opens.
Teeth? Right?
Yeah,
like little vial could have a tooth. I don't know.
Yeah. I assume that was like a tube of lipstick is what my guess was on the little vial. Yeah. But yeah, she'll go through, she'll pour it all over her bags, and
what color is when you open it up? What color is it?
Lipstick color.
I assume like a deep mauve, like a very dark.
I love those. Those are great.
Purpley red. Yeah.
Good color. That's my favorite. I love that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I go through everything to make sure nothing else opens.
You don't find anything.
I collect all of it back up again.
Good.
I will say that when you are doing this, I assume you do this on the desk.
Yeah, probably.
As you do this, you notice, even though you can't speak it or read it, you can see that the name on the desk is the same name on the plastic card, like that they match.
Are these okay? So when I think like Latin characters, I could sound out words in German, whether or not I actually know how they pronounce them. But there's at least like the letters are still the same characters that we use, as opposed to like Korean. I
Right.
probably
Alpha-
couldn't start without training. Like, are these comparable in any way where like I could sound out what I'm looking at, or is this
Sure.
completely a different character than I'm used to?
If we start down this road, we will end up with a linguistics tree of all of the available languages, which, don't get me wrong, I'm down for that shit.
I just
But we
wanted
need
to
to understand, because like if they look like this, then like the closeness and farness of various sounds, like you
Yeah,
get
like-
how this can happen.
I just want to know, is it unobtainable to me?
I don't think so. No.
Can I sound it out?
So technically old I'm saying old hand, which is not correct because old hand is actually sign language.
Oh,
That's cool.
I would say that this is Hivine. Highghvin. Hivin.
I don't know. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Same as you.
So this is Hivin. I will say Hivin and old low sour is in the linguistic tree. They are connected.
And we get lore off Lyrebite that, quote, might include ancient pre-verdant songs.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe there's linguistic relationships there as well.
I will be the GM and just like explain to you that the writing in Lyrebite is not connected to.
I'm assuming, different script, but possibly, given that it's songs, similar phonetic features.
Yeah, because Hivin is primarily written. It's not a spoken language. So you get I will describe the sounds. And
we're lining Eliza up for this. So ultimately, we're not.
No.
We're,
You get a v sound, a l sound, and een sound. But there's something in between the la and the een that you're not quite sure.
I don't remember what this one does. I'm going to take the plaque.
Yeah. You take the plaque and throw it in your purse.
Yes.
Need a purse plaque.
Yeah.
And again, Lalia is small, so this is like a tween with like a mom's purse. So it is like not proportionally correct, and it just does seem too big, like a little kid playing dress up.
It's not a clutch, but I will say it is a shoulder bag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So it just looks a little bit too big for her.
Mm-hmm. And Roderick goes, so while you all were in here, I did see some other stuff. You want to?
Yes.
And he comes out and he points out that in the vines themselves, you can see that there are remains in the vines themselves.
Fresh?
No. Skeletal.
Okay. Well, that happens sometimes.
How far down? Can I tell how far down we are?
So you're at the point where you're starting to feel the pressure of being where you are.
Yeah.
You are not at a point in which you have to slowly like recover back, but you are at the point where you're like, if we go much lower, we're going to have a problem.
Even Lalia doesn't go this far down that often. This is like a very, very seldom, once in a while
special treat.
It's like deep.
And Roderick goes, the bodies aren't the things that I noticed. And he goes, but these are. And he takes his spear and he picks up what seems to be a weapon of some sort that the person was carrying. And you can see that there are two what looks to be people on the sides right before you had like passed the glass room. It looks like there were two guards basically here at one point or another. The weapons themselves look like small handheld like pistols of some sort. Clearly too rotted away to even recover, but they are existing.
Please tell me there's interesting stuff in the electrical current in the walls to distract me, or I'm going to start remembering there's a ceiling.
I mean, the electricity is literally below you. Actually, it's to the sides of you and above you. Like the line, you can feel the electricity going from the outlets into the light fixtures above you. And
I just want to follow down the track of whatever that is.
Yeah, I mean, you can
also. You were describing down the hall and then a turn.
Mm-hmm. You can see that down the hall and to the right is where you went. But if you go there seems to be another pathway to the left that has not been cut out.
That's the one I want to do, because it does seem like Lolly is having fun delve times. But let's just focus on the current, please. I would like to focus on the current. Please, I would like to focus on the current.
How is Ark going to traverse through the vines? Are they going to cut them down? Are they going to try to wiggle between them to get, like, what's the plan here?
I don't have any tools on me that would allow me to cut vines, so we're gonna wiggle.
Okay. I will say the first like layer, you're able to just move stuff out of the way and climb in. But as you get closer to like what seems to be another door, I'm going to make this a roll. Mm-hmm. I think that this is either a grace roll or a...
You want grace delve?
Grace delve works.
Okay. 6.
A 6, that's great. 1 second.
Okay, but only one.
1 1,000, 2 1,000.
That's too many seconds.
Damn.
It's 2.
You push them through, and as you pass them, you can feel them not growing, but like move back into their positions behind you, almost like closing a door as you're entering through it. And when you get to the door, you see a large yellow triangle on it, but you can feel that on the other side of this door, there is a large current.
Want it.
You opening the door?
The alternative is sitting here and contemplating 22 floors. No, it's all 42 floors of not the sky above me.
You open the door, and the second the door latch escapes its holder and a small crack enters, you hear the loud, for you, peaceful humming sounds of of transformers buzzing away inside of this electrical closet. And you can feel that the energy just pulsating. Lolia, when the door opens, even though you're not near it and really paying attention, large forms of current release EMF,
also EMF, like electromagnetic frequency.
Thank you, electromagnetic. When people are exposed to this, it can induce paranoia into some individuals. It's also known to also cause not hallucinations, but it kind of messes with you. It just with certain sensitive people. How do you think being hit with a wave of EMF would affect Lolia? You are muted.
I'm muted. It has like sensory implications.
Yeah.
So
some people that are like, some people that are sensitive around it will feel will feel just like almost like they're being watched. It can feel that way for some people. I will tell you, personally, when I have dealt with large like electrical like rooms and stuff like that, I've had like my arms, like the hair of my arms stick up. Like I have, like if I am there for any extensive amount of time, I don't feel the most comfortable. But like average house stuff, I don't have a problem. It's usually when it's like large like large power.
So I think we get the puff. She's just puff a little bit, like slowly puffing up just a tiny bit. And I think she gets the equivalent of like tinnitus, but not auditorily, like sensorily. Maybe like with the antenna.
Antinitis.
Yeah, there we go. She gets a little bit of antinitis where it's like just kind of a little twitchy about it, and is like not necessarily seeing or hearing things that aren't there, but like feeling like there should be something, like she's missing something, kind of a thing. Like if that's the style of like, sort of, I guess that's sort of paranoia, but I'm making it fully like,
I mean,
like physically sensory.
Some of the symptoms are headaches, fatigue, skin tingling, burning, dizziness, nausea, brain fog, and anxiety.
I think like all of her like vigilance just turns up like over 100, like 110, and it's just like the decanter with the heart in it, a little bit freaky, and then now very suddenly feeling, oh, maybe we did that wrong and bad, and now getting some energy that's going to make her perceive the world in a little bit more of a freaked out manner. Yeah, I think she just gets really like a little agitated and a little bit, the antennas are puffed. The moth fuzz is puffed. I think her wings are doing like a flicker on occasion, just like not like out or big or anything, but they're folded against her back, but just occasionally just like a little like readjust, a little flicker, readjust. She's a little agitated.
What does Ark do once the door is open? And you can feel that basically the opposite of what Wally is feeling.
I don't know, like I don't really need to do things with it, and I have the sense that this stuff is delicate and can get blown out. If only because it's so ordered. But is there stuff that isn't going that could be going? Like what are my interactable textures here?
Okay. It is very
also, I don't know shit about an electrical closet, so I'm doing what you're telling it like.
So there's a section that is like chain linked off inside of here, which is a very common thing to be like, this is a no-go zone. But one of the first things that you notice is that that there are large pipes that are coming out of the ground into a large rectangular box that has a little door on it and a large switch that is currently on a 2-letter word.
But it feels buzzy.
It is definitely buzzy.
Okay. And it's the same shape as the thing that closes or opens the circuit.
No, it's a rectangular box with a handle on the side of it.
Right. I mean, the handle. You know.
Oh, you're talking about like the
right,
nubby?
Yeah, like the little, because it's like.
But bigger, but way bigger.
Right. It looks like a bigger that thing, right?
Exactly.
So it feels buzzy. And here's the thing. I think it's in the position that it is when it's buzzy.
Mm-hmm.
And not the position it's in when it's not buzzy.
Mm-hmm.
Are there anything? Is there anything that's in a position where it's not buzzy that could be buzzy?
So, the reason I point you to this is because the door on it, that is the main switch for that box. if you open the box, you will
Mhm.
see a series of switches.
Oh, okay. So can I know now what it's like when they go side to side? Are they side to side switches? We're opening the door. Obviously, we're opening
Yeah.
the door. Like
They're side to side. Here's the thing: is as
Mhm.
soon as you open the door, well, you wouldn't know this, but I will tell you. Normally, there is a series of left and right switches, and it is on a flat panel, so that you can't reach your fingers inside of it and touch any of the electrical. Right?
Mhm.
In this situation, you can see that there are mounted left and right switches, and you can see the wiring behind it. As if the panel had somehow been removed and never replaced. And you can see, because the room's got light, you can see inside there are things not like the other. There's something moving inside of it.
Hello?
No response.
Is it in the
I was gonna say some of the switches seem to be on the 2-letter word, and some seem to be on the 3-letter word.
Okay. Would you like me to make a roll for putting this together? To get it locked in?
I mean, I think that you can decipher that when it's in the 2-letter word.
Based on the right and then the yeah. Okay.
I'm not gonna make you roll for that.
Hey, given that I don't have a skill in this thing, you would be within your rights.
I think that determining a switch is not necessarily something that requires a roll. I entrust that you have survived this long. Like switches aren't
I'm anchored. Have I really?
At one point or another,
So what about the things that are not the 2-letter word? They could become the 2-letter word.
Theoretically.
And if it goes bad, then everybody says 4-letter word.
Would you like to flip some?
Jay.
You start hitting them on, and as that happens, you hear tick 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 of each switch, and you start to see as each one of them goes, you can see the thing that's inside of it seems to be moving a little bit more each time that you flip something on. And as you continue to flip down, all of a sudden some of the ones that were on switch off, or technically they switch into the middle. And as you do this, Lolia, the lights cut out. Now you can still see, but Roderick immediately holds up his spear.
That was me.
Oh,
You hear a voice through bushes.
They do that sometimes.
You start to see the thing. If I were to describe it, the thing that you see moving in is, I would describe it as a large earthworm.
Okay. I probably have like a little bit of jerky or something in my pack because we have a bunch of jerky.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe average size worms like that.
You pull some out and you kind of hold it to the edge. It does not respond or move. I will say that it does not seem to have the intelligence of anything. It just physically looks like it. There is a secondary door that would allow you to look, like open it up and physically look at it, but it would require you to flip the big switch on the 3-letter word.
But then the electricity goes away. I like the electricity. Are you sure you don't want to come out? I have to turn off the electricity. I'll turn it back on though soon, okay?
No response. All of the lights shut off. The elevator doors, the light emanating from the elevator shuts off, and you swing the panel open, and you see from the large tubes that were on the ground, you see one coming up and into the panel from the back. It is not a worm. It just looks like one. This building is being powered by something. This is a separate line. The original lines coming out of the ground are all broken off.
So what do I feel from that then? Do I still, now that the switch is off, what, like
you when you feel the switch, you can feel the power still surging through that tube, but it is going in. It's basically replacing all of those wires, and it looks and has the texture. It almost looks wet, but it's not. It is like glossy, and it is like in place of the main power. So if you were to flip the switch, you would start to see this thing move again. Or actually, it's continually move, but it's basically being stopped at the breaker, at the main breaker.
I want to touch it.
You place your hand on it and move down it, and you can feel small little ridges, again, very similar to a worm, where it's segmented. And when you do that, it reacts to your touch as it like scrunches where your fingers touch, and then releases once like you touch it, and it scrunches and then slowly releases. So if you move down, it like scrunch, release.
If I give just the tiniest bit of current, do I get a response? Just a little bit of.
You do that, and it the scrunch that happened when you touched it, you can see that it like undulates and moves through the body of this thing.
A little more.
You notice that like where it is mounted to the back, you see that something removes off of the back.
Oh, got it. You like electrical sources. You look for us. Hi. I'm Ark.
It continues to move.
You go downward. If I give a once more, just a little bit more current, can I feel where the currents get? We're making this up. Like, again, put constraints on my little narrative thing wherever. But
so
you said downward. Is that what I'm getting the sense of? Or?
There are 3 tubes coming down from the ground, right? You are on the first floor, right? Yeah. And you can see that there are 3 tubes coming from there. In one of those tubes, this worm-like thing is coming out. So you can physically see the directionality in which it's going. Okay. If you were to guess, what I will say is you won't know a directionality, but I will say understanding somewhat of electricity. I assume you were part of the person that built the rail gun on the ship, right? Like you have to have some form of understanding of electricity. It seems like it consumes the cable and replaces it.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Even humans use trace amounts of copper. Very, very, very little. Copper toxicity happens at very low doses. Anyway, point being.
So I can't harvest bodies and sell it to copper places? No.
Just go not stealing copper wire.
Yeah.
Please. Because like I'd be like, go steal copper wire, but I don't want you to do that actually. Don't confess to crimes on the internet or express intent to do so. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to learn how to go visit you. And I'm going to back out. I'm going to turn to the 2-letter word, and I'm going to try to make my way back to the expert at going downward, deeper into things.
There was one number below 1, which was P.
Yes. Oh, I remember. Pelunking.
Ark comes out, and Lilia, you're there with Roderick. Looking around, Roderick is still continuing to like explore the floor and try to find anything. Yeah. What do you tell Lolia?
Oh. Fun. Anyway. There appears to be a living organism, possibly downward, who likes electricity and is very large and might be overtaking the buzz of the building.
Oh, is that bad?
Only if we don't visit. Can we visit? It's down.
Okay. Show me.
Can I retrace steps once more with Lalia?
Oh, you're going back to the electrical room?
Well, because it sounds like Lalia needs expertise to figure out like how we would approach this location.
I would say you wouldn't have to go back to that room. You would probably understand that there is one level below where you are, and that if it's going down into the ground, it's probably down and down further.
I mean, I did turn back to the other letter, so we do have elevator power.
Did you try the tiny room?
Yes.
Okay. Come on, Roderick. We're going down.
You all filter into the small room and hit P, and the room slowly starts to move, but doesn't move all that much, and stops and opens the doors, and you see that you have moved half a floor. And you can see the floor that you were on and that there is something below.
What can how big of a, are we talking like this much of a gap? Are we talking like a foot?
It's like literally at the halfway point. So
okay.
So it's like there's like, I think 4 feet in between. So you can probably see like a couple feet on each side.
Okay, what do I see? What do my moth eyes see?
When you peek your head down there, at first it takes a moment for your eyes to adjust because you are in a lit room looking into the darkness.
Oh wait, that's why we're doing this.
Yeah. So when you get down there, it takes a moment for everything to adjust, and what seems to be tones of black and gray, you start to see movement in the background, and as your eyes adjust, more and more movement occurs, and it finally clears perfectly, and you can see what seems to be a wall of earthworms. Massive. Each one of them seeming to be like the size of like a hula hoop.
Have I seen this before?
No.
Creature? Is this a creature I'm familiar with at all?
It's not, but do you know what you are familiar with? Leviathan.
Leviathan. Okay.
And that is where we're going to end today's episode.
We're Leviathan!
Let's go!
Yes!
Yes!
You have discovered and spotted your first Leviathan.
Second.
Well, let me rephrase. You have of this
Leviathan of the game.
Yeah.
New Leviathan just dropped.
New Leviathan just dropped.
Well, we just dropped to the Leviathan.
Sure. I wanted to show you all really quick, because of conversations we had today, my just beautiful Christmas gift from my beloved friend, Encyclopedia of World Writing Systems. It is so cool. It's just a compendium. I was hoping there'd be, I was like, I would love to read more essays about it, but it's fully just a compendium. Each every couple page just shows like a different script and the characters and the sounds they make.
Fun.
It's so
Oh,
cool.
I like that a lot.
And despite how like it's quite dry because it is just like a compendium, occasionally I have cried reading this. I have cried like as I read through it. Like it will be like, and this language is no longer spoken, and I will like tear up and go,
Yeah.
they don't use it anymore. Or like and there have been efforts to revive the use of this script, and then I tear up again. Like it's like very cool book. This is Encyclopedia of World Writing Systems by, their name isn't on the front. Why wouldn't you put your name on the front?
While
By
you're
Daniel Dinkelman, an awesome name and an awesome book. Highly recommend it.
So what's really great about this is I created this thing, which I'm going to go to right now, which is we can actually have a discussion while the credits are rolling, and the audience can still hear us talk and see the names as they go across.
Hi, check us out.
Yeah. So, thank you all so much for joining us on this small group tonight. A surprising small group. Sorry, y'all. I didn't realize it was going to be so tiny, but I feel like we got a lot in.
We found a Wormviathan. We did plenty. Thank you very much.
So many trinkets. I got so many trinkets.
You got a purse full. My goodness.
I got a purse.
You marked down that you have a purse, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes.
And mauve lip. It's mauve.
Mauve lipstick.
Sam, veto this if you would like. While the names are going across, yes. Are you okay if I just thank all of the members of the Superpunks?
Please, that would be lovely.
So your names are on here, but also thank you, Rogan27. Kai, you helped out today. Lord Portico, Biblioteca, Crafty Geek, Kato, that's right. I got the name right this time. Guru Matt, Duran 452, and Leo Ambermain. Thank you all for being super punks and helping out keep this show alive and allowing us to go. So thank you all so much. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening and have a great week.
Yeah.
Bye, y'all.
Guys.
Bye.
Oh, right there.